Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Welcome into a Victory Monday after Notre Dame sent Southern California back home without the Jules Shillelagh, soaking wet, and I think Jeremiah Love is still running wild. What an impressive victory that was. And I told you all week long, the Green Bay Packers, they were going to be a sweat, and that was the case for sure in the desert, but the Packers did prevail. Jordan Love in the offense came through. That fourth down conversion play to Tucker Kraft, it was a risky one, but why not? You're the better team. Why play for the tie? Go for the win. That's what they did. And it's one of those things with, if the pass would have been incomplete, Cardinals run out the clock, LaFleur, he gets chastised for having that play, but why not? Why not? Micah Parsons came to roost, 3 sacks. He was in Brissett's face all day long. So impressive. And the most impressive play was, Parsons, he was play after play. He needed one play off. And that play, you could see the pass rush was not the same. And Brissett got maybe a 15-yard completion. He had some time. I mean, a lot of people are saying Micah Parsons isn't doing all that well. He's doing a lot of the smaller things well, which helps the other people on the defense. So everyone cool it on Micah Parsons. Otherwise, he'll be coming for you next. All right, where are we at here? By golly? Notes. Man, I'm just fired up from the weekend. So lesson plan. I got a victory from Small Town Rips. We're going to be opening that today. Tomorrow, I have a rack from 3 Good Nerds. Wednesday, the Packers won. So we have an extra rip. We're going to do one of those Costco downtown boxes. And during the game, I was like, am I really not going to be able to open this box on Wednesday? But the Packers came through. Hopefully, if you saw yesterday's video, Greg Clark, he sent us the rack. I opened that finally with the boys. They were pretty excited to go through it. They opened up their cards. I saved mine. But there's also one for Mrs. Hicks. So I'm going to see if I can get a hold of her and have her break down the Bears winning streak here and open up what she has in her box. And on Friday, of course, we will go downtown hunting. All right, class is in session. Today is Monday, October 20th, 2025. Lesson number 46. And yes, today goes out to Small Town Rips. Really great channel. The Better Half is on there as well. They do their classic pack battles. And I don't know if my votes ever count, because all I really do is count who has the most Packers, and that's how I determine a winner. So, I mean, it is what it is. I will be facing them in fantasy football here in a couple weeks, and looking forward to that. But this week, they are going up against 6-0 Cash and Dad Pack Busters. They're the underdogs right now going into Monday Night Football, where I think it's going to be a close one, but a high-scoring game where the Lions win and the Seahawks win. But will Cash and Dad hang on for this victory? We'll see. I think everyone's pulling for the team that is not undefeated. Sorry, buddy. What else? 2023. Kyle Schwarber hits a home run. He becomes the left-handed hitter with the most home runs during the postseason. At that time, he had 19. Right now, he has 23. And in 1931, Mickey Mantle was born, and Zeke Bartowski. Now, most everyone knows who Mickey Mantle was, but Zeke, he was the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers during most of the Lombardi era, especially Super Bowl I and Super Bowl II. And one of the things I learned from reading is that Zeke was a really good quarterback. He had a strong arm. Bart Starr did not have that strong arm. And a lot of people wanted Zeke to be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. In fact, in times when Bart Starr was injured, he did very well. And is one of those things that, I'm not sure if it's the time period it was in, but that could have really divided the team, or at least divided the two players. But for reading Bart Starr's book, American Quarterback, it could be anything further from the truth. They were the best of friends, them and their wives. They would do things all the time. And then after practices, they would go to Bart Starr's house and prepare for the next game. Bart Starr said Zeke was the one who prepared him the most for playing football every single week. And that's saying something when Vince Lombardi is your coach. Let's open some cards. All right, we're back. So Small Time Rips, thank you. They had a contest on their channel. I was lucky enough to win. And one of the things I love most are stickers. I pre-did it. Remember last time I had a sticker to open, how long it took me to open up. It was embarrassing, folks. So let me go ahead and, where can we put this one? Right at the top here, I think. Right at the very top, Small Town Rips on the cracked ice. That is awesome right there. This thing is getting filled up here, folks. Thanks for everyone sending in stickers. That is awesome right there. All right. They sent two. I know this is the one that I won, but this was a extra bonus throw-in. So I think what I'll do is, now unfortunately our football teams are done playing. The Browns beat us. I repeat, the Browns beat us, and we tied against the Cowboys. So I'm going to save this for either the week before, probably the week after I play them in fantasy football, the Pigskin Press Box Fantasy Football League. I'm going to save that, kind of wrap up our matchup there. But right now, we got a little Saquon Barkley to get into. I have seen these. I have not opened any of them yet. Here's what you get. A Donruss Optic Pack, a Phoenix Pack, and then the Illusions or a Zenith, Donruss or a Contenders Pack. Let's see what we get. How many people like to see Shelly on the show with me regularly doing pack battles? She'd have too much to say. All right. I'll probably give this to my principal here, which she watched the episode where Mrs. Hicks was on, and her favorite line of the whole thing she kept on saying is Mrs. Hicks said, "I hate to speak ill of the dead, but," and then she started talking about Virginia McCaskey. So we're going to go Optic, and then we'll have Phoenix. Man, it's Illusions is a thick boy. I'm not sure how many cards you get in there. We'll go Contenders first right there. Hopefully Anthony Richardson has not run into anyone lately and injured them. Man, poor guy. Has job taken away and concussion. DeAndre Hopkins. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Little bit of Christian Watson. He is, I forget what he's on. He's on the list where you can come back here pretty soon. So hopefully we see him back. Just another deep threat for the Green Bay Packers. Devonta Smith. Jamar Chase. I've got a student. He's a really big Cubs fan. Or I had a student, a really big Cubs fan. Comes and sees me most days. And he's a big Bengals fan. And before the Packers played the Bengals, he was big talking. I mean, they came close. They won last week. So I'm going to give that card to him when I see him this morning. Got a Desmond Ridder on the red and the Stallions of Anthony Richardson. Very nice. All right. Got the two Dolphins quarterbacks. Who would do better if they started right now today? Tua or Dan Marino? Ooh, a little Bucky Urban on the back. Trey Hendrickson. I saw something where the Cowboys want to sign for Trey Hendrickson. Now, I did not do my due diligence and see if it's an actual report or just some Yahoo on the internet like myself. DJ Moore, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson, Carson Steele on the green, and a Bucky Irvin. Sweet. Is it like asteroids, or I forget what these are called here, but very nice. Bucky Irvin rookie. He is injured. I picked him up on my fantasy football team or traded for him, and I actually traded Cash and Dad for his backup. Was it White, who I have going today? All right, Devontae A-Chain. Man, Trey Hendrickson pack. What do we got here? A little Spencer Rattler. Man, sharp looking cards. What do you guys think? You rather this be a hobby only product? I know retail wise, they're trying to get all the money they can out of it, but always sharp as a hobby. You know, kind of felt special getting a lot of these cards. I like them. Maybe a case hit. I know I saw it somewhere, no like release date mentioned at all for the 2025 version, but there's always fun to have like that big chase card, like a downtown. All right. Hopefully I can get a card or two off my set here. San Francisco, they played pretty well last night. I was sleeping, of course. There's Christian McCaffrey. He played very well as well. Montez Sweat, the Bears won yesterday. What about that? The Vikings did not win. They had their chances, though. Well, that's it. Small Town Rips. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Class is dismissed.